it's very soft too. Hard maple does good. Soft maple would do fine. With the hard maple, you may get some bird's eye. The soft maple, you'll get curly. I've done some curly ones. They actually look pretty good. And I got some curly cherry and did. The quarter sawn, actually, you know, walnut like this, where it's got some character to it, looks good. It'll darken, of course, the whole thing when you put oil on it. But that's how to make spatulas. You're welcome to. When you're making your jig, how do you get your 1/4-inch thing when you put your hinges on so it's exactly right? You're going to use 3/16 material. You want to put this as a spacer in there when you mount your hinge. Okay. Put that in there and then clamp it, and then have this spacer in there as you screw the hinge in. Oh, put a finished piece in. Put a, yeah, the same thing. It doesn't have to be a spatula, you know, just put a 3/16 there and one down here and then clamp it, and then that'll have your space where it's going to be at. Because if you don't clamp it, you won't be able, you know, it'll never close. Okay, that's how to make the spatulas. I know that's, yes sir?
You ever tried lamination, sort of like, you know, multicolored wood and then steam it and see if it will?
No, I've never steamed laminations. I'm not sure how. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work.
I was thinking running down the length of it, if you had contrasting, you know, wood or something like that would be nice, but that may be one that needs to be
I'd probably cut that one, yeah. Or you can laminate some stuff together, and you know, this is like a cold press. We're doing it as a hot press, but it's like just the same as a cold press application. If you had laminations stacked this way, you can stick them together, and you'll want to coat this with wax, of course, or put wax paper on it. Butcher paper probably will absorb through, but yeah, you could do butcher paper, and then clamp it in that. Allow for spring back, of course, because even if it's even with your formaldehyde glue, you're going to have some spring back more than likely, a little bit. Yellow glue, PVA glue, you're going to have more. There's no way to. It's not going to have a hard set line.
What kind of glue might be dishwasher safe?
The Titebond 3. I've turned everything to Titebond 3. Regular Titebond is fine as a good woodworking glue, but I mean Titebond 3 is number one. It's dark color. It is waterproof. Titebond 2 is only water resistant, and I think it's friendlier to work with than Titebond 2. Titebond 2 is just tough to work with. But that's how we make those. And to make the jig, we just simply get a 3x3 and trace your template and be good on a bandsaw. You need to make it in one pass. No dilly-dallying, no backing up. It needs to be a good curve. And then you're good. Are there any questions, anything I can help anybody with to get started either making shaker boxes or spatulas?
How much are your classes?
Shaker box classes, we go home with a 1, 2, and a 3, and they're typically $125. It takes about $25 in parts, so about $150 you get to go home with a set of boxes. We can do a 1, 2, 3, and a 4. It's just a little bit more in parts, but it needs to be a 2-day class usually. You'll find, you know, we're going to start out with the number 1, then most people go a 2 or a 3, save that 4 for last. Of course, you know, it's thicker. It's a bigger box. It takes longer to dry. You'd really want to do this one first if you did. You don't want to start out with this box.
But you also come back with the mold. You come back with the molds and everything else. Then I mean, you get the mold.
These no.
Oh, so you have to make your molds.
Oh yeah, these are pretty expensive. Yeah, I'd buy these. I wouldn't make them.
Oh.
I'd buy them from John Wilson and buy a set of shapers. I've made a bunch of these. I made hundreds of these, but I would buy the first set of everything. And then you can make your own.
Well, do you have a website?
Myself? John Wilson? I think he does. Let's see.
I also have a set of molds if somebody wants to look at them or borrow them.
And we could do a unified class if we had somebody's shop, and we could do, you know, work out some pricing on it and stuff like that.
When is your next class, Larry?
We're just taking names right now, trying to find a place that I don't have my shop set up in my home. I may hold a few students at Hardwoods Incorporated. There were 3 students I know that wanted to take classes, spatula or box classes. So I just have to take your name and we'll have to figure out a place.
How many people would you typically have in a shaker box class?
If I've got power, good power, and I have at least one other tool that I can, you know, one other sander. I've got 4 of these. 12 is a lot. I like to have everybody have enough face time. 12 is a lot. If I can get 8, we'll have a good day.
If you're interested in something like that, let me know. You know, give me your name and we'll compile a list.
Yeah. 4 is a good class. You have a lot of time. You're not as stressed. You know you have plenty of machine time is the key. You don't want to get slowed down because some people are going to, like I drop these tops and bottoms in pretty quick. Some people are not. So, and you'll find some that do it as faster than myself. They're just zip, 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 and it's good, you know. Well, good. I think I'm out of power. And
thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.